The engine is still
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, and welcome to Becoming Universally Aligned. You are watching Rift Nation Network. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and more. And you can also find it on my YouTube channel. So Cindy Waghorn, and I am your host. I am a Reiki Master teacher. I do biofield tuning, energy work, sound baths. Sorry, I'm stumbling right now. I have two things going at the same time, and I missed last week, so I didn't have internet, and I don't know what was going on, but it was frustrating because it's those things that you look forward to having, and once you don't have it, then it's very frustrating. So tonight we are back. I am back, and so I was thinking of another modality that really supports our clearing and our energy. And again, so this is something that you can learn, and it's free. It's Qigong, and I first came across it in Stratford. Actually, I went to an event, and it was at the Tea Leaves, and there was a bunch of us, and we were learning in a group. It was a group setting, so it was kind of an introduction to it. So at the time, I was just getting into Reiki, so it would be 11 or 12 years ago. I don't know. I have to actually think about it and do the math. So I was familiar with energy and the feeling of energy in your hands, and recognizing the energy in your body. So it was very interesting. And but what I find now when practicing it, just the breath work in it. And it deals with, I'll get into it some more as we go through this, but it deals with, instead of the 7 chakras, there's three 3 dantians. And we store more energy in one of these dantians, so we want to push it through and clear it. So talking about that tonight, and it's something that it may resonate with someone, and it's worth a try to use it, because the results can be immediate. I'm just going to open the chat here. So we have some people in the chat. Hi Adam, how are you doing? Hi Denise. It is Monday. Oh my gosh, I know it. Like halfway through the day today, I thought, gosh, it feels like a Wednesday already or something. I don't know what was happening there with the energy. And hi, Renee. Thank you so much for sharing out. And hi, Linda. How are you doing? Yes. So, Adam, it is very interesting, and I have a book here, so I'm going to put some things up onto the screen as we're going through it. There's a book that I got a while ago too, and I have mentioned it. So Joni has an astrology group as well, and I mentioned it in that group too because it can be really helpful right now with energy. And clearing these feelings. So any energy that is in our field, at some point in time, if we don't deal with that energy, it's going to affect you physically and emotionally. So the idea is to do this cleansing. And I mean, it can be something as simple as, so it's Robert Peng, and I'll pop his picture up here, but I have his book here to show you as well. So, and the thing is, so the fellow that did these groups in Stratford, so I'm in Ontario, he actually studied under Robert Peng. So he's gotten it firsthand from him learning this. And if you know anything about Robert Peng and what he went through for his awakening, it was 100 days of darkness for his spiritual awakening. And yeah, it's very interesting to see now that everybody doesn't have to go through that to have an awakening. I think that things are pretty quick right now, but anyhow, it's we'll go through it and we'll look at things here. Yes, I'm good. So I'm going to pull up Erin Brown from Consciously Erin as well, and we're going to look at what the Schumann has been doing, because I know last week was a little crazy. There was a lot of energy coming in, like a lot of, so the white on the chart is new energy coming in, and what do we do with that, right? Sometimes we might not even be noticing it when we're out and about, but it's in these times where it's something that we need to work with and to integrate into our body. It can be dreams, it can be new knowledge, upgrading our bodies. I know our bodies are actually changing. I don't know if you guys have felt this as well too, but like I was just talking to a friend at the sound bath tonight, and like my tastes have been changing, and you know, I don't feel like I'm craving sweets as much as I would. My tastes and my acquired tastes have been changing. Caffeine has been really affecting me as well. I kind of have to limit those things as well. So I don't know if anyone else is feeling that as well. So Adam, You know what's funny? The past weekend, someone was talking to me about energy healing and how I am able to do it, and how I was telling them I really don't much about it though. Well, maybe you're going to learn tonight. I think you will. It's quite interesting. So let's get into Erin first. So I'm going to have to, I think I already have her up on my screen. So just bear with me while I try and share this for you guys. I think the screen is different here. I think it's this button. Okay, share screen. And okay. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Let me just see. I'll hit play here.
You this weekend. All right, so here is our timeline. You guys, we had a lot of activity over the weekend. I probably got 30 different notifications from the Space Weather Agency letting me know that there was a lot going on, and we have some interesting stuff here, so let's talk about it. When we look at this graph, we are looking at about noon yesterday Central Time until now, which is about 7 a.m. Central Time. Lots of activity in here. So yesterday from about noon until about 3 p.m. we had this block of big, intense new energy coming forward. They carried forward a little bit of an underground halo. So sometimes what that means is your imposter syndrome gets flared up, especially associated with the new energy. And it was finished off with a new energy block again, lasting from about 10:30 p.m. until about a midnight last night Central Time. Again, in between these, we have this bar of release way up in that third eye chakra. So imposter syndrome may have been getting the best of you. And then lo and behold, we have a timeline jump at about 1 a.m. Central Time, followed by some new energy that started to come in again this morning at about 3 a.m. and is still kind of coming in across the top here. This new energy right now has a bit of a halo to it, so it's going to be more intense than it looks on the graph. You find yourself feeling a little squirrely today. Also, the timeline jump, friends, I knew this was coming. I've been feeling this for days. Also, the heartbeat graph. This is the heartbeat graph lately, friends. It is doing some weird stuff here. It's losing its amplification. It's coming back. It's losing it. When I tuned into this, what I heard, and we talked about this in the Reiki Rachel gathering, so if you're hearing a repeat, I'm sorry. The image I was getting was we've been on like a roller coaster going up like this. Click, 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 click. All that amplification was taking us up to the apex of this roller coaster. And we're starting to get to the point where we're about to start to go like this, right? We're right at this point, and that's why the amplification has sort of died down a little bit. I do not have an indication that the amplification is going to completely go away. I think it's just going to fluctuate for a little bit as we reach the peak of whatever it is that's been building until we step forward into what comes next. Our Italian graph today is pretty quiet, a little bit of the grumbles down here, nothing too intense. It doesn't have much of a halo. But this was yesterday morning, so if you were feeling some sort of way yesterday, this could be why. This was like yesterday, so we're talking Friday night. No, hold on. All right, so this started on Saturday afternoon, continued all day Saturday into Sunday morning until about 7:30 Sunday morning. So if you were feeling that release energy yesterday and Saturday, definitely it was on the graph. I was 100% feeling this. I had a very emotional day yesterday. I'm moving in a week and we're packing up the house, and it was very emotional. At a going away party, had to say goodbye to some very good friends. It was emotional. I was definitely feeling it. Also wanted to show you our sun, because look at all of these active regions right now. There is so much activity going on the surface of our sun, and most of this is going to turn around to be earth facing. Right in this area is earth facing. Remember, the sun is giant, the earth is tiny, so the earth is right in this area here. So when these regions get over here, they're going to be facing us, and we're going to be getting bombarded with even more particles. So if you are sensitive to this, if you are someone who gets headaches from this, I hate to say it, but you might be getting some more headaches over the next few days, because we've really been bombarded with a lot of stuff. There's more to come. GCP for today is green. This is an A-OK for today. Everything looks good right now. Of course, this changes almost hourly, so if you're keeping up with it, you're going to have to check it yourself, but I like to tell you where the day is starting out. Collective energies, looking good. Friends, timeline jumps, they show up in many different ways. This is an awakened collective timeline jump. So this will be bigger things, but also small independent things, like finding doubles of things in your house, finding shoes you thought you got rid of, or running into someone that you thought you lost touch with. All these little weird things, conversations you don't remember having. Timeline jumps are very weebly wobbly is the word I wanted to say. Timey-wimey is what I was going for. But also pay attention to the society overall. This is when Mandela effects start to show up, and sometimes they're not as obvious as you would expect. But that timeline jump is 100% there. We are absolutely moving forward. While those lower density timelines, this graph back, this like pattern back here is still closing itself. These are the two kind of coming. I'm telling you, friends, it's like all I keep getting is this rise, 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 rise to a peak. We're right here, right? We're right about to go this way. There's so much alignment happening in the world for us, for other people. There's so many things coming forward that I am excited. I'm excited for what comes next. I'm not fearful. I am excited. I do feel like it might be a little bit uncomfortable for a minute, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I woke up this morning and saw this and I said, oh my gosh, we're almost there. Yay! All right, and here's our cards for today. My guides are acknowledging that rest.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. I do think that, Facebook has been acting up. Hi, Lois. How are you? Yeah, I thought maybe my Facebook was acting up earlier today as well. And hi, Heidi. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I was literally thinking, I can't really read that very well. I bet is high. I feel that feel it in my nerves. Feeling icky the last few days. Yes, and I had a few people that couldn't come tonight for the sound bath because they weren't feeling well either. And I know, so I just, I want to talk a little bit about what Aaron was saying there about imposter syndrome. And from my understanding, is a bit of self-doubt, I think is what it is. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I do find that, with all of these weird things that are happening and some synchronicities and then some things, the timeline jumps and weird things are happening. I have felt that a little bit myself with a little bit of self-doubt, to be totally honest. And are we going in the right direction and this and that? I don't know what it is, but anyhow, I just wanted to share that too. So be careful of that because we are on the right path. If you're interested in this and you're moving forward on self-improvement, doing all the steps on working on yourself, then for sure that we are all on the right path. And Michelle Wilfong. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Okay, so I have to look at this again because I think when I go to share, I want to make it the picture a little bit bigger. I was trying to see, I wish I knew how to do that exactly. I'll have to play with it a little bit, but when I do, I don't want you to see me as much as the picture that I'm going to show you when I'm going through with Qigong. But let me just screen share one of these photos here, and I can show you what we're going to be talking about. Okay, this one. So let me just try and make this full screen here for you. Oh, it still didn't go. It still didn't go as large as what I wanted it to go. But anyhow, so this is Robert Pang, and he is a Qigong master teacher. So he focuses on breath work and frequency. And you can find him. He actually has some live sessions that you can join in, live meditations, live Qigong energy work. I'm going to take it off of here because I can't seem to get back to where I want to be. Oh, okay. So I guess you guys can't really see that too well. But anyhow, so this is him, and it's pointing out the 3 dantians. So we have our upper, our middle, and our lower dantian. So kind of in these here, so the lower dantian kind of combines your root and your sacral chakras, and then your center. And by the way, so I'm not a teacher in this. I have just practiced it and really appreciate it for sure. So don't think that I'm an expert at it, but I have had amazing experiences, spiritual as well as physical. Okay. So spiritual, just as you are practicing and when you are into it, little things like beside the corner of your eye, you think you see a deer standing there watching you, and then you turn and you look and there's nothing there, right? It's little things like that that are opening up your awareness. And with the breath work too, this is something that it's very cleansing, and there's a process where you do a full body scan through it. And as you are so this is my experience, as you are focusing and scanning through from your toes up to your head, and you're scanning with light, at one point in time, like I almost felt like the light was coming out of my body, and so my spirit was going into one place, and I really felt floaty, and then pulling it back, it was everything went back to normal. But you can really have such spiritual experiences through this as well. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Okay, so I will go through a few things that I wanted to talk to you about this. So first off, when we have practiced Qigong, and what I should do, I should get Michael Gregory on here, because he has studied under Robert Pang. I'll get him on here. I'll contact him and see if he can come in and he can go through it really well with us. But so the idea is you can start moving your chi around so your chi is your energy, right? And one of the practices that we do so is just harnessing your chi and feeling it. And what you can do, so I know a lot of people will clap their hands so that they feel that tingle in their hands. But sometimes you don't even have to do that. You can just hold your hands together like this, and you may feel like a little static or a little vibration in your hands, and then just try pulling them apart. You can pull them apart, and maybe if you stop feeling that between it, push it back together. And what you can do is you can just keep moving it back and forth, and creating, and see how big you can actually feel your energy between your hands. And then after that, you can start moving it around. Like if you're outside, you can do it inside too. I mean, it's really, really nice in the grass because you're getting that grounding feeling as well. But just moving it around and moving that energy around. And so that is your energy. There was a practice that we did, so we ended up having a partner, and we could harness our bubble of energy, and then we started throwing it back and forth to the other person and catching it, and you could feel that you were catching their energy. It's quite amazing. But practicing it just on your own, you're going to be feeling your own energy, and it doesn't take long. Like, I mean, if you sat there and were doing this right now, you would be feeling it. And then, so moving that energy from, the trick is to have those energy centers in balance, right? And from times, we're going to hold more energy in different areas, like all times of the day, it's going to shift, right? So what we want to do is we want to clear it out, pull in from above and below, and clear out all of that energy. So there is practices that you can do to circulate that. And there's another practice too, where, just before you start beginning to just get your energy flowing too, is tapping all the way out your arm. Yeah, I guess my arm is going off, but all the way to your hand, and clapping your hand, and then doing the other arm, and keep doing that. Maybe, I don't know, you could do it like 7 times on either side. But I guess before you start doing that, just turn your head to the side, either side, and just feel if it's stiff or how far you can actually turn your head. And then after you are activating energy throughout your body, then do it again. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to increase the flexibility or the rotation there too. Yes. Yeah, I know. So Mish, you must be an energy worker. I think we do that intuitively, that maybe we're getting ready or we're adjusting our own energy when we do that. I use my hands a lot too. And we were talking about that in the astrology group too, that so I'm a Libra, but I'm a Gemini rising, and there was something said about Geminis, you talk with their hands or use their hands, and half of the time I have to hold my hands because I don't know they want to be doing something. But so now I know that it is a Gemini thing. I think that was Lois that posted that. Yeah. And okay, yes, I can do that with my hands and summon the energy just like that. Yeah. Did you try it? Yes. And tapping, yes, tapping too. So the tapping, we can do that on our chakras as well, right? And even use our hands to circulate those centers as well. Okay. You are a Reiki master. Good. And access bars. That is so neat. So I do have a friend that does that, and I'm going to have her on. I could even have you on and you could talk about that access bars. That is very, very interesting. When I had my bars done, so we all have these sections that we're storing so much information in our thoughts and the processes, and I ended up like I had so much clarity after, but then I really had a headache after. Have you ever Mish, have you ever had anyone say that they have headaches after a session? Oops, sorry. I use tapping for anxiety spells. Yes. So effective, and taught my friend. Now she does it too. Yes, I've heard that. That works really well. There's pressure points in your hand as well that you can do for anxiety. Rubbing my hands, I usually do when I get excited. I should have this on the side. That's what I've been able to do for many years. Oh, good, good. Like now, laugh at me. Well, I'll try and contact you. So if you want to message me, if you can message me on Facebook or my Gmail, my surrender.shine@gmail.com, if you want to email me, and then we'll set up a Monday night in the next couple months or something like that, if you want. Yeah, we can do that. Sorry, you guys, I'm just going to go through. I'm getting behind on the I tend to babble or during that. That's totally fine. So do I, as you can see. I get very distracted. Oh my goodness. If I get a headache, it hasn't been closed off correctly. Okay. All right. And yes, drink water. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's always, I tell everybody, even after a sound bath Reiki, anything that I'm working on is, I mean, we're 70% water. I don't know the exact percentage, but, water is the best thing to get that energy moving through us. Sometimes I feel I need to rest and need water after work, like that, giving and receiving. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I for myself, I do too. I ground myself and have water handy too. And I would tap too. Good. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll set that up. You learn something new about people every day, don't you? Okay. All right. So I still have this up here. So yes, so the idea is that our body is not just biological and that it is energetic, right? So it's an energetic dimension. So, some things that we can't, or that it's things that we can sense, feel, and the vibrations as well. Yes, so the three dantians I wanted to go through, but basically it is a combination of the chakras, right? Okay. So the difference though, so with chakras, we talk about the chakras as being an energy wheel, and them going front and back. Now these are balls or energy. What I like about this is that it's an energy reservoir. So we can actually take that when we are practicing with our energy between our hands. We can move it around, and intuitively that energy ball will go to take our hands down to that center where it needs more. So if we're lacking in the emotion, in the heart space, it will go there. If we're needing more spiritual, then as we're dancing with our energy, then it will go up here. Or we can put it where it needs to go as well. But a lot of the times, we are going to have a lot of energy in the lower dantian. So the lower one is in the same spot as our sacral, so just below the belly button, and but it is deep within as well, right? I have a bunch of notes here because I don't want to forget anything, and I've got to be careful of my time here too. And it's considered the foundation of our body's energy system, right? So the same as the root and the sacral combined. So it relates to our physical vitality, grounding and stability, and our life force. So how our physical body is feeling too. And it's about our energetic storage, our dantians, right? So the second one is the middle, and it's located in the center of the chest, around the heart area. And it's about our emotional energy, compassion, connection for love, and it transforms raw vitality of the lower into the feeling of rational awareness. So it is also associated with our heart center and our spiritual heart center. So the same as our heart chakra in Reiki or the yogic, then we also have that higher heart, which is our spiritual heart. And I think I was going to talk about that last week, and then we didn't have it. So it's more of a etheric chakra, the higher heart, but it does show up in how I feel it shows up in the center, in the middle dantian. And the upper, so it is located in the brow area. And that is our spiritual center, our awareness, our intuition, our spiritual perception, and our insight as well. So it's the seat of the wisdom and the expanded consciousness. And breath work too. Let me see if I can go and get to another photo. Oops, sorry, I just want to go to the next photo. I have a couple here. Okay, so in this one here is where just a picture of him where he is expanding and working with his energy. And then, so for me, I think in this picture is where we're practicing on moving and dancing with that energy and filling up our dantians so that they are all equal and in balance. So I just wanted to show this picture here too. So this is, kind of what we do when we are practicing Qigong, and you can be doing it inside or outside. And it just shows the roots there. and I wish it was a little bit bigger. But when we are breathing, breath work is a lot to do with Qigong as well. And so when we are breathing in, we have to create these roots, these tap roots. So I guess I'm thinking that everybody has done this, but when we are visualizing these roots, I often think of like carrot or dandelion roots. If you have ever pulled out a dandelion and you're like, hi Molly, lie down. The roots are like immense, and they're just, it's amazing how deep and long they are. So that's what we're trying to do, is put these long tap roots into the ground with our feet. Molly, go lie down. So then we are pulling energy from the earth, pulling it up through our energy centers and then out towards the sun, and then pulling it back down from the sun and back down through our body and then into the earth again. So we're pulling from the earth to the sun and then out down through each center and then back into the earth again. And once you're finished that whole process, like I feel like, and the only way to describe it is like a total cleanse, like the best shower that you've ever had, but it's cleared you outside and inside, you know, for like right through your heart line. It's quite amazing. So it's worth a try for sure if you guys want to are interested. And you know, he does have he's all over YouTube, and there is free videos. I think Shift Network actually has, you know how they often have those hour-long sessions or classes for information, and you can really get a lot of information off of those. So it would be worth looking that up and see if that's still available on Shift Network. And so this is how long. I don't see it up here because I don't even think I have a CD player anymore. But yeah, this is how long ago it was that I first tried this, because I have his CD, and I think it's like maybe 30 minutes long. And I used to play that and just do it in the bedroom, not necessarily even do it outside. But being outside gives you that extra energy for it. I'm going to try and go back. I'm not sure where I left off there. I'd like to, okay. So I feel like I missed some of these here. Okay. I might have to message you more about what all I can do with the energy that comes out of my palms, my hands. Yes. So, and I mean, so we're all, I mean, when you stub your toe, you intuitively grab your toe and put your hands on it. So that's healing, right? We are trying to heal with our hands. So, and I'll do a few shows maybe on Reiki and some hand positions too, because I think you would be interested in that too, Adam. Yeah. And I might even, I think, I on YouTube have, no, it's not about hand positions, but I have my chakra awareness where I go through each chakra as well too. That gives you a lot of information on it, but maybe that's something that I can do in the future, is put the hand positions for self-healing. And when I do, I'll let you know. So Mish is saying, or walk barefoot on the grass or the mud. Yes. Oh, I know the mud. That is I like that too. I mean, my son gave me a print for the wall that says, something about those who have not, something about happiness, haven't danced in the rain. I don't know. You know the saying, right? But it's there. And this is the thing, is like when they were kids, so I had the 3 little ones, and that was their favorite thing, is to go outside in the grass and run around in the rain, right? All the other kids are inside, and my kids are out there running around in the rain in their bare feet. Whatever makes them happy, right? I remember when I was at my dad's the other day and did a little something before I left. I was instantly drained, and the wind picked up only during. I remember I was at my dad's. Oh, do you think the wind was giving you extra energy? That's very interesting. I'm kind of sensing that there. I'm going to stop sharing those photos, and then I'm going to put the chat on here. Oh goodness. Everything is so different here. I'm not sure why that is. I guess these are the things I should be dealing with before I start. Oh, I still can't really see it that well. Maybe. Oh goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't know what just happened there. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, but something strange just happened. Oh, I know why. I'm on the wrong one. Okay. Oh, here we go. The wind was about 7 minutes at the most, and I was drained until the drive home. That's so interesting. I'll have to think about that. So Heidi saw in the community there's recreational classes offer for Qigong, and yeah, that's wonderful. So if there is something like that in your community, if you are interested, to look that up. But it is a practice that you can do at home as well. It is nice to have that experience around other people, to see and share the experiences that you are having, because I do know that there is spiritual insights, visions, things like that that do happen as you are working at it. So Adam is saying, is that grounding? I'm unaware of what grounding really is. Oh, that will be from the picture that I had. Yes. So grounding is stabilizing our body to Earth's energy, and using that energy to stabilize us, right? And Michelle is saying Qigong is great. Good. Okay, good. So it's not anything new for you guys. Oh, my page for YouTube. So if you put in Cindy Waghorn, you'll be able to find me. So you guys must be watching on Rift Nation. And so yeah, just put in my name, Cindy Waghorn, and you will be able to find me on there. I think it's showing as Cindy Waghorn, Surrender and Shine. I might change it actually to Cindy Waghorn Becoming Universally Aligned so that people can find it easier. Okay. All right, so I think I made it through the chat here. So the hara breathing. So I wonder if you guys would like to do, you know, a little bit of breathing. There is breath work where we're breathing in, and I wanted to actually have an actual diagram of the hara line, because it comes up the front, down and around the back, and then it crisscrosses and goes it crisscrosses at your legs and then goes around. So at this point, if you are following your hara, then you're at the back and then around your hips, then you start going to the front. So doing that breath work from there, you can actually run your hands up and down your body as you're doing that, and that really helps with moving energy around your body like that. And maybe we'll do some breath work another night, because I think I have a few other things that I wanted to go over with you guys too. But really, so he also, Qigong also uses chanting with it as well. And as you are doing and working, doing the practice, we were always told to have that smile on your face. And when you're breathing out, you're making those tones, right, too. So because that creates a vibration, and sound sound is creating and moving that energy through you as well. So breath, sound, and awareness all combined together are very, very powerful. And I think that's another reason why Qigong is so wonderful, right? So there is stories, I think I was saying too, and not stories, experiences. So how he had his awakening and the clarity. So there's an interesting one as well. So the being in the dark for 100 days and eating very little. I think that a few of the times I remember them saying they brought him like 2 or 3 dates or something to eat, and then the darkness, right? And so what he was saying is that inward experience with him, even though he was in the darkness, he was visualizing, he was seeing, and he was visualizing the light coming in, almost like it was brightening up this cave that he was in for the 100 days towards the end of it too. And then, so his teacher as well was taken out into the fields, and some farmers had a bull, I think, or animals that were not well, or not cooperating, things like that, that they weren't sure that they were going to make it. And the teacher, the monk, had just gone over and touched the forehead of the cow. The cow lied down, and they thought, oh, this isn't good. But he said 2 days, give him 2 days and he will be back to normal. And that was part of what he was doing, is moving the energy through the animal too. So it's very interesting stories, and we hear lots of things like that, and we know that too now, practicing Reiki and some of these other modalities. What else was I going to talk about too? There was a couple things that he said in the book that I found were very interesting. I think so. So breath connects us to that energy, and breath work is really important right now too, for all of us, because it does help the grounding and moving that energy around. So it connects us to our own energy as well. The sound helps organize it. So chanting, tuning forks, anything like that, sound bowls, any sound. Our voice is the easiest sound that we can use, and the awareness that guides this, right? So we can just put that awareness to that energy center, and that is just as good as having your hands there. If you're focusing on it, we can put that energy to that center as well. So when breath moves consciously through the body, it awakens the intelligence of our energy centers, and the body becomes a living instrument, right? Let me just check the chat here for a minute. I'm going to message you right now. A question about energy, since your time is almost up. Oh, okay. That's good. I'll see if I can answer. Or see if I have the answer. I will answer. Mish is an amazing Reiki master. Whoosh. Yes. I'm excited to learn all of this stuff about you guys. Just saw that comment. My chat froze. Swoosh. Thank you, Heidi. You are a beautiful soul and blessed. Yes. Oh, Molly. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Molly knows the time is up. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys too. I didn't post this, but if you were watching, Erin actually had some cards. She always at the end of her morning sessions, she has cards basically going through them, and they always resonate. And I try to do a collective reading every day too, but I did one, but I didn't post it. And I thought, well, how interesting of what is happening right now. So here is, is it backwards on here for you guys? It is Spiritual Awakening. So that was the first card that flew out of the deck. And I do multiple cards and combinations. So there's a light inside everyone, and spiritual awakening is about lighting up. Feel the beauty in your life and listen to your inner voice. When you are awakened, you will have more power to face life. So because she was talking about the imposter syndrome, and then all of a sudden this card came up, right? So I thought that was interesting. So then the next one is about its innovation. So you notice the fellow on the horse there, right? So innovation, constant innovation means not being satisfied with the status quo and being willing to try new methods and ideas, whether at work or in life. Innovation can bring new opportunities and surprises. It can make you stand out from the competition or make your life more convenient and interesting. So this one has a horse, and interesting, this one also has a horse on it too. So this one is responsibility. So responsibility, fortune refers to more than just monetary and material successes. If you don't appreciate the people in your life right now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. And then I had this card on the weekend, so it keeps coming out, and it's calmness. And I love that because I was at Carrie Lynn and Stephanie Melo from Stopping to Smell the Flowers had a equinox event on the weekend, and I was lucky enough to go, and I got this card right before I was going to that, and I said, oh my gosh, that card reminds me of Stephanie's meditation hut, and here I get it again. I get it again. So it is inevitable that you will encounter urgent and difficult things in your life, and this is when you must calm. Like a lighthouse in a storm, calmness allows you to be not to be swayed by emotions and to think rationally about solutions. And so kind of putting those together kind of is a little bit about what we are talking with Qigong and the benefits of Qigong, actually, right? So I thought that was kind of fitting. So with Rebecca Campbell's deck, it's about your inner temple, which is also so fitting because I feel like it's tuning into your heart, right? And tuning into those energy centers, all of them, and being aware of each one individually and see which one is maybe out of balance and which one needs more attention. So once you become into awareness of those, you know, I think there's I don't think that it's wrong to have any that are have more energy than others, but over time they need to be organized and they need to be brought into balance too. So, and the last card is the orchestra. It's orchestra, the Council of Light. So this is when I ever see this card, I'm always looking at the pictures, and so I'm seeing the light. So I am seeing what I would think of the Hara line or the chakras, or the dantians, right? And this is also the connection above and connection below, and then the group of people. So so they can be our guardians, our you know, our galactic team. It can be our soul team here right now, right? So anyhow, I just thought that was a really nice reading, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm a little bit over on my time, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this show tonight, and hopefully, yes, I will get Mish on, and we'd like to talk about these access bars because I think it makes so much sense. And I mean, we have all it. Wouldn't it be nice to just clear out that nonsense information that we're holding on to? Because over our lifetime, how much little information that we have, and just get some clarity in there. So let me just go through and I'll say goodbye to you guys. I like to make organite, put Reiki into it. Yes, and I'm gonna start making the little. I have one up by my Wi-Fi right now. If I get up, I'll make a lot of noise with the chair and that. But I started making them, and then over the winter it was just the smell was so strong. So I'm gonna start making them outside because I was getting a headache from the resin. But yeah, I want to make some too. I love giving them to clients, and then put little crystals in that I know that those are the crystals that they need. Just little gifts like that too. So, oh, thank you, Heidi. I love doing them because I just, I'm not that person that shuffles and then pulls from the top. I'm always a jumper card person, and when I do it for others or myself, or just literally say, I want to do a reading for the collective. The information that comes is really good information, and it seems to be spot on. So I just love doing them too. A spiritual awakening. That's perfect for me after this past weekend. Good. Okay, so I hope you guys all enjoyed the show and you have a great night. And thank you for so much, everybody, for watching. Oh, you're welcome, Denise. You're welcome. Oh yes, you got to see Molly. Everybody got to see my big girl. She's actually, I hope I'm okay for being on too long, but I'm so proud of her because so she's a Saint Bernard Lab cross, and she at one point was about 150 pounds when I took her to the vet. And the vet said, well, she's a little bit overweight. And I said, are you sure? Because her dad's a Saint Bernard. I'm not sure, but I think that she's okay. And then they pointed out, well, she's supposed to have that curve. She's supposed to have a little definition there, and you should be able to see ribs. And I'm like, oh. So I read the bag. I was actually giving her about 1.5 cups too much food every day, plus treats. Always got to give her treats. So anyhow, now we went to the vet for a checkup on her foot, and she is 132 pounds. And I thought, my gosh, she still weighs a little bit more than me, but oh my gosh, I'm so proud of her. Yeah, and I can really tell the difference. She's out there running around and doing zoomies at the dog park. So yeah, she's doing good. And so because she's bigger too, I want to just keep her weight good, so that she doesn't have any hip problems and things like that. But I feel like she gets enough of the bowls and the singing bowls and the tuning forks from just being around me, and so I'm hoping she's pretty healthy that way. So everybody says she is. So okay, so have a great night, guys, and thank you for watching. I will see you next week again at 9 p.m. So have a great night. Bye, guys.